Alright guys, today we have a banger video, right? So we're going to be talking about some brands that need an update. So like, we're talking about brands that haven't been updated in like years, or like haven't had a significant update in years, and gonna need an update. So let's get right into it. Alright, our first brand is going to be Chevrolet. Well, really just General Motors in general, but Chevrolet in particular. They haven't had an update since, I believe, American Dream. Yeah, I think it was just American Dream. So, like, American Dream was, like, 5 years ago. I know the new update's gonna have probably General Motors things, because there's been some leaks that the new update has the loading screen, the app icon as a Hummer EV and a Chevy Blazer, like this type of Blazer, K5 Blazer. So like, I think the next update is going to have a bunch of Chevrolet. So some cars I would like them to add, obviously any of the new Corvettes, the Hummer EV, obviously, pretty much just any of their cars since, like, I believe 2018, 2019. So that was when the last update was. So yeah, that's 5 years ago. So yeah, it's just like any of the new cars, like the new Camaros, which I think they're actually discontinued now. But they're also missing, I believe, some of the older cars from Chevy as well. Like, they have pretty much all the Corvettes, but like a lot of the older cars, they're missing. I mean, they have the Blazers and stuff, but a lot of the cars, you say like 1990s, they're missing a lot of those. So yeah, Chevy is the first brand that they should update. Obviously, there's a bunch of other cars I'm talking about. They probably have a bunch of race cars. They could even add like the NASCAR thing to the game. Like, that's gonna be like a RQ90, but still, Chevy needs an update, and I think they will get one. So let's move on to brand number 2. Alright, brand number 2 is Honda. Honda hasn't had an update since, I believe, the beginning of the game. I believe they literally hasn't had an update since the beginning of the game. Like, not even JPT, I believe. None of these cars are from JPT or before. So all these cars are so old. Like, I think the newest they have is 2016. There's so many cars they could add. Any of the new Civics, Type Rs, a bunch of their race cars as well they could add. Like, the NSX is the only Honda that's above ultra rare. So there's probably a bunch of cars they can add. Like, the new Type R would probably be an epic, honestly. But Honda hasn't had a significant update in forever. And a bunch of their SUVs that they have now could be added, and they could actually be really good. So yeah, Honda is another brand. So like, none of these Hondas are really good. Okay, the Legend is pretty good. I can't really think of any other Honda here that's actually like still meta. Like, I mean, the Honda Beat's okay, but like, yeah, it's pretty much just the Legend, and even then, the Legend's not even like the greatest car anymore. So yeah, Honda definitely does need an update. And going with that Acura, we're gonna go to Acura because Acura also needs an update. Acura hasn't had an update since American Frontier, which is a long time ago. Yeah, they could use some good cars as well. So they have the Acura NSX. They have the Honda NSX, which is really confusing. But are there any Acuras that seem to be meta? The RLX is okay. But other than that, no, there's not really an Acura that's pretty actually good. I mean, this is actually one of the best front-wheel drive standard cars in the game, actually. But other than that, not really. So let's move on to brand number 3. Alright, the next brand we have is Mercedes-Benz. Hasn't had an update since World Expo. And the World Expo update was a small one. It didn't add that many cars. I mean, it added some. But there's so many more cars they could add. I actually never mind. World Expo added a lot of them, but still. Mercedes needs so many more cars. They could add any of the new AMGs, any of the new electric ones like the EQS and the EQE. Like the C11 is. As for Mercedes, actually some Mercedes that are still meta. The C11's good. This thing is really good as 4-wheel drive standard. This thing's a great dragster. Actually, I think it's the best convertible non-prize dragster in the game. I think. Or at least the best epic one, which is really good. This thing's a great dragster. Same with this thing. Pretty much, Mercedes hasn't gotten an update in a while. A bunch of their cars are actually good. This car is great. Great dragster for off-road. But yeah, Mercedes just needs an update. Hasn't really had an update since forever, and kind of want a Mercedes update. So let's move on to the next brand. Alright, the next brand that could use an update is Peugeot. They haven't had an update since European Revolution, I believe. These are all European Revolution. I think European Revolution brought every single Peugeot the game has right now. Actually, no, that was French Renaissance. So there's been a couple in French Renaissance. Other than that, I haven't had an update. Pretty much any of the cars since let's see, where is it? 2018? Could use an addition. Yeah, I believe it's 2018 is the newest from France, or from Peugeot. So Peugeot could use definitely an update, but the Maxi is just cracked. So it's not like the brand has totally died out. The 908 RC is a great dragster for diesel, at least. Then they literally have the best car in the game, the 208 216 Pikes Peak. Well, the best car in the game that has been awarded out. So the 208 WRX has also been awarded out. So yeah, it has some of the best off-roaders in the game. Just look at how many there are. Yeah, so it has the Maxi, which is great. As for everything else is pretty trash. But we don't talk about that. So their high-end is really good. But they could definitely use some lower-end cars. And they definitely have some more. But yeah, Peugeot is another brand that needs a revamp. Alright, the last brand that could use a revamp would probably be Infiniti/Nissan. Their car's just been really old. I think the last update, that's Japan Pro Tour. So yeah, JPT was the last time. So Infiniti, like Nissan, also could use an update. I know there's just a Japanese update, and the next update is probably going to be American. So there's probably not going to be that many Infinitis coming to the game recently. And Infiniti just started updating their cars. So expect probably an Infiniti update a year or two from now. Along with Nissan. In the same boat, kind of. Along with GM before Buick. Buick kind of needs an update. None of their newest cars are in the game. The best car they have right now is the GNX, which is an alright car, but still. Then also along with GMC, we have GM with GMC, which yeah, needs an update, I would say. Do they even have a prize car? I feel like one of these is a prize car. That's not a prize car. So no, they don't have a... Actually, yeah, that's a prize car. Yeah, they kind of need an update too, because all the new Sierras and stuff they could add would be cool. The Cyclone and the Typhoon are good, but everything else is pretty dookie. So I'm really excited for the new American update to start addressing some of my concerns about the game. So that's all for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.